Well, people around the country protested at local Bank of America branches, including one right here in Gainesville. The protests were organized by U.S. Uncut. It's a grassroots movement that calls for an end to corporate tax avoidance and unfair cuts to public services. Protesters in Gainesville say the $2.3 billion tax benefit that Bank of America received in 2009 could have covered cuts to programs that help low-income families pay their energy and heating bills.
If Bank of America paid that back or paid its taxes in that amount, those cuts would not be necessary. And that's why we have our palm fronds here, because we don't want any shady deals. And the poor, all they're going to have this summer in the heat is shade of trees.
Similar protests were held in more than 50 other cities, including Washington, D.C. and New York.
And armed with hats, water, and sunglasses, a group of citizens took a tour around northwest Gainesville to explore the Hogtown Creek. At each stop, they discussed environmental issues facing the creek and the surrounding area. Environmental author Marjorie Abrams also joined the tour. The group was even given access to historic Glen Springs, which has been closed to the public for decades. More than 80% of the creek runs through residential and commercial areas of Gainesville.
We'd like to get the creek cleaned up to the point that when people ask, we can say, yeah, it's safe. But we're not there yet, and you know, we got a lot of work to do, but we've got some hope that we can get there.
The tour was part of the Cinema Verde Environmental Film and Arts Festival.
North Central Florida got a little bit sweeter today. Sugar and Style came together at the first Florida Impressive Creative and Edible Delights Cake Competition in Ocala. Decorators from around the state and even the country put their delightful creations on display for judging. This year's theme was romantic wedding dresses. Entries were judged on creativity, technique, and of course taste. Organizers say they hope to make this competition a yearly event.
When we first went after this, I kept saying, why are we having shows in other parts of the country when we have all the talent here? I said, we can make it happen here and show the talents we have right here in the state of Florida and surrounding states. Absolutely. This is just the beginning. This is a great turnout, and this is just the beginning.
The event also featured cake tasting, decorating, demos, and raffles for spectators. Proceeds will benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Central and North Florida. This weekend, the Ocala Symphony Orchestra welcomed two young, talented musicians. 14-year-old violinist Nina Morales and 23-year-old percussionist Aaron Safer won the orchestra's 20th annual Young Artist Competition. They joined the 45-piece orchestra to perform two concertos featuring their instruments. Conductor Matthew Wardell says the competition is a unique way for young musicians to gain valuable experience with a professional orchestra. Over 700 people enjoyed the symphony's performances this weekend, which wrapped up the orchestra's 35th season.